Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope you guys had a great day yesterday. I'm feeling a little bit better. Spy, no negative news overnight. Nothing. Except some mess up by Elon for the Tesla holders. But Spy yesterday did make a little toppy candle. Man, today I believe I am more to the downside today. I could be wrong. Maybe we rip and come down again. But just be careful. This candle usually marks a short-term top. For an example, I can show you guys here. Right, right here back in September 2nd, we had a same thing, a nice little top. We opened up low, we went up, but then slowly a slow little downtrend. There's nothing wrong with it, but we don't want to get stuck in call size on here, right? So SPY here, do expect a retest of 453-ish, right here. Hold above 455 into Fed, and after Fed, if we hold above 445, this is very bullish. We're gonna have a crazy rally because November seasonality usually, given the stats of the last 6 months, is supposed to be very high. We're supposed to run. Okay, it's 20 out of 20 times it has ran. This will be the 21st time since 1950 something like this is happening. All right, so what are the chances that we don't go up this time? Okay, but if we below 455, we do have 450, which is also likely, which is right here around these levels, right? Right, just right here, right? This support resistance right at the top here. So above 450, but if 450 is broken, even after Fed and we stay underneath, then we might go retest 430, 420. It's possible. Or we chop around and then we go up. Okay, but 455 hold is very bullish and strong. 450 bullish and strong. Okay, Qs, uh, better action than tech, right? I always a few weeks ago I started making comments. I want Qs to separate from SPY. I want Qs to separate from SPY, meaning I want the tech to run, maybe SPY consolidate, or it goes maybe at a slower pace. All right, then we can have some rallies in the tech names which have been lagging for many months now. Some have been doing great. Microsoft, Google, absolutely rip mode. Tesla, absolutely rip mode. But there's some which are lagging behind, which we need them to run now. Apple and Amazon, right? So Qs, as long as the number is still the same, 380 to 50. As long as we hold above this level, right? Bull uptrend stance. We continue going up. But again, November 3rd and 4th, tomorrow is Fed, so be careful with your positions. Right, only put in so much. Like Albie made a great comment. Tomorrow is like basically earning for every single stock. All right, certain sectors might jump, but we'll see based on the comments. XLE Energy doing well. I think Energy has more room to go. It has retested here, right? So we have this drawn from before. So Energy retested here, and just as your portfolio, if you have a big account and you want to diversify a little bit, I would probably go long XLE calls. Right, had a nice little retest here. We continue holding above this level, which is a 56. And then 58 is very strong. We stay above this, we have a nice little uptrend towards 62, 64 area. So XLE you can keep an eye on. Okay, and BTC, USDT, Bitcoin stocks, are they back in play? Right, are they back in play? So Bitcoin, the best thing about Bitcoin that I like is nice little base, nice little rip. There's a daily chart. We are holding in this range right at the top. Right, we're holding in this range right at the top. And we even made all-time highs. We retest. This is a retest. This is very healthy. As soon as we broke our all-time highs, it usually they're usually retest where people take their profits and some people believe it goes much higher. Here, the last 3 days, Bitcoin tried going down, but then yesterday recovered all, or today, which is ongoing. And I think if we take out 64,000 again on Bitcoin, BTC stocks will be in play. So stocks like MSTR, they're set up massive. This is a massive, massive setup on MSTR. It's been consolidating for many days, and I might go in more spreads. Because if it takes out 800,000, will be really fast. Because Bitcoin is likely going to spike. All right, and here it has been holding the levels all above. All right, so if Bitcoin stays strong or goes even sideways above 63,000, MSTR is probably going to see a huge move to the upside. All right, here it kind of failed. Right here it kind of failed on Bitcoin weakness. But here, if MSTR takes out 800,000 or move to 1,000, will be very, very fast. Now, the number one stock you want to keep an eye on. Right is another stock which is on my watch list. I spoke about the leaps. I spoke about the 2023 70 calls. They're at discount again. Okay, last time I told you guys they were at discount, they went up by 80%. Now they're at discount again. Right, just on this little pullback on a retest here, if RIOT takes out $30, these are probably going to go up at least by 40-50%. Just on this $2 move. And if RIOT gets 40 bucks, they're probably going to be up by a lot, at least 150, 200%, 2023 leaves. That's how much premium they will add to those calls. Okay. But Riot obviously needs a solid hold about 28. That's another stock on my watch list, right? A solid hold about 28, and then we wanted to go through 30 with BTC strength, and this shall go to 35, 36 in my opinion. And if we look on a longer term chart, it's just a beauty on monthly, right? I'll remove my drawings here. On the monthly, it's just a beauty. Nice little spike from here, and then it's just holding here. And if this takes out, so I'll go like this, and then on the monthly, we have all the way towards $39 level. All right. Even if we catch this $9 move on right from 29 to 39, that's a $9 move. Or even if you play after 30 bucks and you catch the $5 move, there's a lot of money to be made on options. And of course, if Bitcoin's really strong and flies out, this thing can obviously see all the way towards 50 in the coming months. All right. And then we have Mara, which is much stronger than Riot. Right, it's acting way better than Riot in terms of our chart. A nice little bull, and so Riot is set up something like this right now, something similar like this, and then see how fast it broke out. So Riot yet has to do that. But Mara clearly much stronger on the monthly, and right now it's facing resistance of the April highs. If we take out the April highs again and we hold above it, this has a long move all the way towards probably 670, 80 bucks. All right. These stocks, I'm just putting them out for you guys for Bitcoin holders, because sometimes based on Fed, I don't know what they're going to say. Other stocks might be a little choppy, but keep an eye on Bitcoin stocks. They might break out. All right, if I take a position, I will call it. And Tesla, amazing run. But then obviously Elon had to come in and tweet that. Right, I don't see anything negative. Obviously, people will take that tweet as negative because they haven't signed any contract, right? And but if today takes out yesterday's lows and we close below it, then we might have a retest of all the way up to 1,000, 1,050. Right now, I cannot make any prediction because it can easily recover today, take out yesterday's highs and rip again. I have no idea. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for a nice little reversal signal. Let's see how many people sell off today. Will there be a big sell off or what happens? If there is a sell off, then I might actually end up selling some bear spreads around these levels, right? For less ratio, but they're highly likely to work out if Tesla does sell off today. Okay, so keep an eye on Tesla. Those that bought calls yesterday, right, and you did not buy calls on this move, I am sorry to say, but that probably is a very stupid mistake by you, right? You never, if a stock goes from 850 all the way to 1200, you don't start buying calls here if you did not lock in profits here. The only people that should have played Tesla yesterday are the people that caught this run and they were up nice on it. Only then you buy calls here, roll out in hopes of profits. But if you did not catch this run and yesterday you had FOMO and you bought calls here, you deserve to lose. This is not how you trade. You chased a stock which was way too extended, right? I thought Tesla was extended about 1,100 bucks. Like I missed this entire move, so I did not chase Tesla. I'm just patiently waiting. That's something I've learned over the years. So if you're new into trading and you chased calls here and you did not play this move, you should have not played Tesla. Let Tesla go to 1,500. Let it go to 2,000. Who cares? But you don't chase a stock because this is when you lose the most. You end up paying a very high price for the premium. And those that bought yesterday and missed this move, you're going to be in a lot of pain at the open. These calls are going to be down huge. And if Tesla does not recover, good luck. The market maker is probably going to take out a lot of premium from those calls. All right. And some stocks that I wrote down here. Let me just look at my notes. Pfizer, great earnings, but more than earnings, the key words in earnings was they're raising their guidance. A company, when in pre and post market, we repeat over and over, if a company says we have raised our guidance, we have raised our outlook, there's nothing more bullish than that. Pfizer very nicely up pre-market. Our spreads, which we have 43, 44, are going to be fully in the money. You should be up, I think, 70, 80, 100% at the open on these spreads. So manage, do what you want to do with them, right? I'll probably put in the order for 100% sometime here. As long as it holds above 44, I'm not worried. And plus, we have time on them. And we have some long $50 calls. Let's see how big of a move Pfizer makes. I do see next level as 47, 48, right, based on their comments. And today, Pfizer is trading higher at the pre-market. I'm going to give you another play like Tesla yesterday. If Pfizer gets 44.50 and takes out 45, right now Pfizer is trading above 45, okay? But if Pfizer gets a 44.50 dip and it takes out 45 again, 46 and 47 in play. I'd buy time, right? But manage risk and size, obviously, right? I could be absolutely wrong. They can do this and then take it right back down, right? But this is a scenario which might happen. on this stock. Yesterday for Tesla, this pre-market move was given to you, right? You can go watch the pre-market video if you were in yesterday. A 5-minute scenario was given to you, and that's exact. I'm not no god, nothing, but sometimes just from experience, certain things we just know, we happen to just see it, right? This scenario was given to you pre-market. If it dips between 11.14 and 11.24, and it takes out 11.40 again and holds, this is going to be a rip to 11.60 at least, and then obviously 11.80, 1200 possible on the same day. And you know what? It actually took out 1200 the same day on Monday alone, right? So Pfizer, something similar possible. All right. Now this does not mean that you go in heavy or anything like that. No, right? You manage your size. I could be absolutely wrong, but that's a scenario which can happen on Pfizer. So just keep an eye on it. Okay. Under Armour also great earnings. They beat everything. Trading nicely up pre-market. On Under Armour, what I want to see on long-term basis, I was looking at the monthly chart this morning. Right. Last year they announced a 2-to-1 split, meaning they separated, right, two companies, UA and Class A and Class B shares. But here on the UA ticker, if Under Armour holds about $22, if UA holds above 22, this can see 25, which is a huge move for a stock like this. All right, you can even play equity. So if you Under Armour holds 22, this can see 25. Okay, so keep an eye on this stock as well. And then the other names that I have written down here, right, I've been over. Rivian, RIVN, the stock is not out yet, but their IPO is next week. Ford is heavily invested in them, 12% stake. Amazon has, I think, 20%. Rivian, 60 billion market cap. Ford Leaps, just absolute monster. Those that are in, congrats. This monthly just looks super strong, super bullish. And we went out to a freaking 40-year chart on this. As long as it takes, now we're in this zone, right? Basically here I'm supposed to sell all my leaps, but now given the situation of RIVN, and we're up over 120% on our leaps. If Rivian spikes on day one, now their estimated valuation is about 60 billion on the IPO, 57, 60, 62, it'll fluctuate by 3-4 billion by then, obviously. And if by any chance Rivian, because on the IPO days, stocks make a big move. If Rivian goes up, let's say, even by 10, 20 billion dollars in market cap, Ford is going to spike to 20 on the day itself. Right now, I understand this run, why they took it up so fast. I was not expecting Ford to run so fast, but now it makes more sense. I was unaware of the Rivian IPO before. I knew it was coming, but just didn't look deeply enough into it. So Ford, if we take out this monthly resistance, this is just going to fly through, I think. Right, and look what it did here in 1997. I'm not saying the same thing's possible, but if it breaks out here, there's a huge possibility. EVs are making moves right now, and Ford can probably run. So keep an eye on the RIVN IPO, and if Rivian dips on the IPO, if they take it down, then Ford will also go down, I think, right? Because 12% stake is going to move, because Ford's market cap is really small. Amazon, it's just doing this thing, just holding on the monthly, right? But daily, because we're playing options, now I'm only concerned about my long-term options. My short-term are probably going to go to shit, right? Unless it does something in the next 2 weeks. For Amazon, the magic number is 34.63. 34.63, it takes out, we go much higher. Close under 32.89 anytime. We're very bearish on technicals. And even 2,900, 3,000, I was expecting before if it fails, right? So anything that you buy, anything you trade, always expect downside, because when you expect downside, you position yourself better in the trading world, right? You only buy as much as you can afford to lose. If you're not expecting downside, only going in heavy, you think only upside is going to happen, market is going to slap you in the face. Then we have Tilray. Keep an eye on Tilray, right? It's been on a base for a very, very long time, and recently they're buying it above 10. Right, they're starting to buy above 10. They gave us a nice little volume pattern on 9th October. It gave up some gains, but then today, yesterday, it made a nice little base again. If Tilray takes out $12, if Tilray takes out $12 and it goes through 14, we likely see $20. All right. We also bought forward around the $12, $13 range. So I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is a massive setup. We have some legalizations and stuff, news coming out in I think January, I believe, or December, January, whatever it may be. You can do your own DD. You can probably go long in Tilray, in my opinion, if you're looking for a cannabis play. Because stock like this, when they move and when they take it up, they give you a 20-30% move in the same week. We can definitely see towards this zone in the next this week to maybe next 4 weeks. I believe we see 16 sometime, and when that 16 comes the same week, your options will probably double, triple. However, if it fails $10, then we have the next level all the way towards $8, right? Right here. Then we have all the way down to here. So keep an eye on tail rate. That's another name that you're going to keep an eye on, right? Pins. LB has something regarding this. I believe some news that are coming, right? And usually when he calls up plays like this, usually right. So, but as long as we continue holding about 45, I think we can see 50 and so on. And if the news that he's expecting they come, then this thing can probably spike. So any questions regarding this, you can ask LB in the chat. He knows a lot more about pins than me. Square. If you're listening, bro, if you bought Square equity at the top, now one thing that you always want to do is go on the monthly chart. For equities, always go on the monthly. Now Square, when it broke out, equity plays are always they require a lot of patience. Sometimes equity is meant to go sideways for 1-2 years. Square from its IPO is trading at $7. It's made a huge move all the way towards 300, right? Highs of 289, right? 289. On the monthly, Square looks fine, I think, but even if this thing chops around for another, let's say 3-4 months, or maybe goes down, because you have equity, the first thing is the day you bought equity, was it a trade or was it an investment? If it was investment, you must have looked into numbers, financials. Then, if Square does go down, what you want to do is slowly scale in more to average down. Now, if Square was a trade and you got stuck at the top, then why are you holding it down 80 points? Then you did not respect your stop loss. You did not have your ratio in mind that, okay, if Square goes $5, I'll probably have my stop loss hit. And if it takes to the highs, I'll continue holding, right? Trading and investing. So the first thing that you want to ask yourself on Square is, did you trade Square or did you invest in Square? They're both different answers. If you were trading it, you should have had your stop loss. You should not be in Square right now. If you invested in it, then there's no worry, because sometimes stocks do go sideways. A great company sometimes just goes sideways, and then they rip all of a sudden, like, it gives you the fruits after. So on Square, if you're down huge from highs and you still believe it's a great company, then every 1-2 months or 3 months you can scale in. Equity, I never go all in on equity, right? When it's a long-term investment, I put in a little bit every 3 months so I get the best average, right? And so Square, for me, long-term I'm bullish on it, obviously, but at the short term there might be some pain. Who knows, right? It might be here. But if you invested in Square and it gives you an opportunity that dips like at 190 or maybe 150, I will scale in, man, because you invested in it, and then now you're basically just getting Square at a bigger discount, right? So equities, so one thing, trading or investing. Like so far yesterday, me and LB scalped it, right? Call it a great play. For investment, I think this is great. It's gonna go much higher. But I was trading equity yesterday, so basically we took our $1 move. We caught this move. I made my whatever money. We caught this entire move from here, right? Got in and we sold. We traded it. But if it was an investment, I would not look at these candles. Then I put some money in and leave it, right? So trading and investment is two different things. And so thank you guys. The only thing I can say is just manage your size. Fed tomorrow, November 3rd and 4th. Don't rush into any trades. Position sizing is the key in options. If you don't position yourself well, if you're trading too much, and if you're not doing your research before trades, and if you're only following alerts, then you're basically gambling. Then you're betting on us basically, or whoever alerts you're following. But you don't know their entire account. If you're gonna follow somebody, then you have to follow them religiously. Do each and every single step they take, right? And so make sure you guys are doing enough research. You also do your studying, because that matters in trading. It's not just following somebody's alerts, because you have no idea why I'm buying something, why I'm selling something. At My Stock Life, we want to teach you guys to be independent traders. Our alerts we're going to give no matter what. We're going to give all the information. But more than that, we want you to become a trader on your own. That's going to make us more happy. All right, we're doing great. We live off trading. We pay our bills from this. We're going to do it. We've been doing it. But we want you to be able to also do it, right? We have a vision that we want to create independent traders. All right, and so congrats, guys. I'll see you guys back in the room. Manage. God bless.